But no, seriously though, guys, like it's so much news in one day, and even for me, like I wake up, and a lot of times I'm waking up, at maybe 6 p.m. Eastern time, and this whole news day is coming. I'm just trying to jump into this, and I think to me, and tell me if you guys think I'm wrong. I think this is the highlight of today's news to me.
I honestly think it's a great thing for one reason. If it does get closed down, the federal government can actually turn into a prison, and that can go with that meme that people like, have this open in prison right near Disney.
There's DeSantis' new prison.
The rooms are the same size.
Honestly though, this woman does look like a jailer. Like she looks like she might like come in and try to be doing some naughty stuff to you with a blue.
I mean, she's got the right hat for it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's like the rejected cousin of the Blue Man Group.
I mean, which news item do we want to cover here? There's Galactic Starcruiser going under, which it was already going under anyways.
Well, let's talk about this one first, and then we can move on to the next one, right? Mm-hmm. Because this one, I want to, because I always thought, look, to me, looking at the data points of like the costs, and this is the cabin rates here, if you guys haven't seen, 2-person cabin, 1,209 per night, and by the way, you weren't allowed to book less than a voyage, right? Which was, I believe, a 2-night. Wait, is it 2-night? Yeah, 2-night. Yeah. So that's per guest per night. So 2,400 per guest because it's 2-night, and then double that, right? Because it's 2 per cabin. So 4,800, 5,299, or 6,000.
I have a question with that though. What if they're could you take the 2 people and make it 4 little people?
I feel like that's discriminatory that they did not allow that.
Yeah. Sorry.
Very highly discriminatory. Look, listen, I've spent a lot of money on dumb things in my life. Like I have bought a lot of dumb stuff, and I've spent a lot of money on dumb stuff. I think I spent, like for example, I remember buying, I bought like a couple packs of a really trash, like boxes of a really trash collection of Magic the Gathering cards. It's like a horrible set. I think I spent like $300 or something like that, or $500 or something like that back in the day, and that was like financially devastating for me. And then I lost all the cards that were worth anything. I think I like probably spilt beer on them or something. But $6,000 for like the average person, the average family. I don't think that Americans have that money just lying around.
It's completely ridiculous especially when you think about how little you get to do in this specific experience, or maybe something of comparable value. What if you got to go for the entire year to a Disney park? I cannot there is not that much value from 2 nights watching people LARP, and it's not even the characters that you want to be around. I mean, I guess Chewbacca is there because they don't have to have a face actor for Chewbacca.
That's true.
Nobody wants to spend that. Nobody wants to spend that much time with Rey, at least not in that context.
Well, the bar isn't even included, right? Like you just know, does it have a liquor like allowance when you go there? Because I know most of the things cost money, right?
Yeah, I doubt it's an open bar situation.
Yeah, because a lot of parents would be like, I just paid $6,000 to get rid of my kids and I have to pay another $1,000 just to pretend I still have kids in my memory.
Yeah, I mean, I imagine it's much like a cruise ship, right? Because that's sort of the model. Like you're locked in. In this case, it's a hellish nightmare because you're not even going to like a tropical paradise or something else like that. You're stuck in a cramped small room. It would be a nightmare for me. I mean, at 6'6" to fit in a lot of those cabins.
Horrible. Yeah.
What bothers me is that you have this hotel that has all these features and you're in an enclosed space and you're near Galaxy's Edge, I'm guessing as well, right? Why haven't they thought about to include in this package like your ability to build your lightsaber? You get a pass to go build your lightsaber for free. It's included in the package. Or you get to build your droid, one or the other. Make sure it's more viable for the kids to not only feel like they can go to the park and get something for free. It actually causes enthusiasm to want to go to the park and get that free $600 item. They don't do things like this.
But instead, they just shut it all down.
They're going to turn it into the Willow Galactic Hotel, and it's just going to be
that's what I was going to ask you guys, because look, they're not going to. This is technically Disney private property, and although it is hilarious that Reedy Creek could eminent domain it and turn it into a prison, that is actually possible, right? For them to do. However, what you guys speculate they will do with this property now that they've shut it down? You speculate that they're going to revamp it and just relaunch it, or that they're going to tear it down for a different concept? What do you guys think?
I don't know. It's so Star Wars specific right now, and I think the rumor going around, and Jay from Drunk Theo, he seemed to indicate that they might be doing some kind of dinner theater experience because they've got everything there. They've got all the, the back end for utilities for that, and they still have everything that looks Star Wars. You might as well convert it into something that you can get people to come in for a couple of hours. If you can't trap them there for 2 days.
Okay, what they need to do, and it's a perfect solution because it actually helps with Star Wars, is revamp it and make it the Death Star Hotel. That way it makes sense that it's on a space station. And since this space station is literally mobile in space, you can visit different parts and change the screens. You can be outside Alderaan, Coruscant. You can do all of that stuff. Oh, wait, I forgot there's no source material. So technically the Death Star would just be the Death potato. And
Sphere,
you'd be floating out.
The Death Sphere,
yeah.
That would be way too easy, and frankly, that would be caving on KK's vision, right? I mean, that would be going back to the original trilogy. I guess they could make it the new Death Planet, and just it would look like the Death Star because they were close enough. But
it's just so fascinating. And did you catch that the timing on this? Pro was the first one to catch it. All of this was announced while Kathleen Kennedy was in the theater watching Indiana Jones premiere over in Cannes. So she doesn't have her phone out.
I think we already found a buyer for the hotel. Do you want to see it?
Yeah, go right ahead.
I just shared it for you right there.
I got it. Who's our buyer? Oh no, no, Spirit of Halloween. No, how can you, Spirit of Halloween? Oh no, that's so good.
At least the costumes will be cheaper.
Yeah, you get a free Funko Pop. That's a Ray.
Well, if they just wanted to do a cheap cosplay hotel, they could have done that so much simpler. If it was just like, all right, we're just doing cosplay. Like, conventions have figured this out a long time ago. Go to celebrate, like Star Wars Celebration in MegaCon, right? Mm-hmm. Like, you can make a bunch of, just batch out a bunch of cheap Jedi outfits. You can order them from Spirit of Halloween, right? Have a generic place and just let people run around with lightsabers, like kids run around with lightsabers smacking each other. I mean, I feel like you can. I know, exactly. Like, I feel like you can do that fairly cheap and like make them boffer weapons like people do when they're LARPing, right? The big foam, things. Just have the kids fucking smacking each other with foam lightsabers. That sounds great. It sounds fun. Put a bar where people can get drunk and make it $100.
Forget about the kids. That's what the grown men were doing when I went to the Phantom Menace premiere at the midnight showing back in 1999.
Right. Well, I just want to create a separate area where like the grown men can do it in one area and the kids can do it in another, because I don't want to see a 40-year-old man smacking a child.
Oh no! If you wanted to see a fight involving children, you